Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to the 7-week out installment of This Week in Training. And this was a heavy, hard, tiring, crazy week. Reason being is that I dropped my calories down to 2,300, and that is just over 1,000 less than what I was having at the beginning of the prep. Usually when I'm trying to build muscle or put on some weight, I hover around 3,500. So significantly decreased my calories, but oh well, we're still getting it done. This was the last week of my heavy 5-3-1 program, so that means I worked up to 95% of my max for the squat, bench, and deadlift, and it was heavy and hard and very taxing on the system, but oh well, the week is over, so that's all done. So day 1, bench press, 5, 3, and a 1+. So first set of 5 was 215, and then went up to 240 for a set of 3. The 240 felt alright, but then as you're about to see here in a moment, 270 for a set of 3, and that was heavy. It was tiring. It was just a brutal set, but I was kind of hoping to get 5, but you know, with the body weight I'm at now, I'm satisfied with 3. We got it done, but oh well, that's done. Alright, after that, moved on to flat dumbbell press. I had a little bit left in the tank here, so I added in a couple more reps for the last set. So the first set I did 75s for 15, 85s here for 10, and then the last set I did 100 in each hand for a set of 8. I didn't stop at 6 just because, as I mentioned, I had a little bit more left in the tank, and since I didn't get that 5 reps on the 270, I figured I'd add in a little bit more here just to get that volume in there. After dumbbell, moved on to cable flies. Nothing special here. 90s for 90s on each side of the cable for a couple sets of 10. So I've decided that now that I'm 6 weeks out as of this video, I am going to take away the heavy squat, bench, and deadlift and do a little bit more volume work. So the 20-25 minutes that it takes me to finish off those sets, I'm going to do maybe another exercise or 2, and definitely maybe 7 or 8 more sets, just to get that volume in there, really get the muscle pumped up and stuff, because now that we're really in the thick of it for this diet, the last 6 weeks is going to be the crucial part. So I'm going to save my joints and save my system overall and take out the heavy stuff and just replace it with more volume. So on to legs. Squats were heavy this week. As I mentioned last week, they felt heavy, so I knew this week was going to be rough, but you know, we got it done. So I got warmed up like always, did some mobility work, and then threw the bar on for a couple warm-up sets, and then 135 again for a couple sets. I usually do 5 or 6 reps. I don't go too crazy, but just to make sure that, you know, the hips are moving, the knees aren't cracking, and everything's kind of moving properly. So first set called for 280 for a set of 5, and that wasn't too bad. I got my notes here, and 280 felt alright that you're seeing here, but the following sets, on the other hand, they felt really, really heavy. So that was the 5 set at 280. The 3 rep right here is 320 for a set of 3, and I weighed in the beginning of the week 155. I weighed in 153 this morning, so that was a 2-pound loss over the week, so that could be why the weights felt so heavy. But then the last set right here is 355, and that was for a 1+, and I got 3. So it was on par with the bench. I got 3 at 270 on the bench. So the strength is overall very similar, but it was just heavy. The legs were just heavy. Then, as you're seeing here, went into alternating back lunges. I would have done walking lunges, but there were a couple clients training. You can't see them in the video, but there was clients training, so I didn't want to walk all over the gym and take up some space. So I just did alternating back lunges and had 95 on the bar for a couple sets of 10. Then followed up with dumbbell stiff leg deadlift. Had 90s for this one. This one felt good. My lower back was fine. Had 90s, sorry, not 95s for those sets. And then went into hip thrusts with the bar. Figured I'd give this one a shot just to change it up a bit, do a little bit more glute work. And I had 95 on for a couple sets of 12. Following that was Thursday's workout. As always, I do something on Wednesday, whether it's cardio or a little bit of core work, but Wednesday's always something, but it's never too exciting, so I don't get it on video. Then went into Thursday's workout, dumbbell strict overhead press. This one felt good. The first set, the 45s, felt abnormally heavy, but then the second set, 55s, for the 10 reps felt alright, and then I got 65s for a final set of 8. I have a note here that felt heavy but got it done for some reason. I don't know why I wrote that. Maybe I was happy with the number, but oh well. Followed up overhead press with dumbbell lateral raises. As you can see, you can kind of see the lighting's not as great now that I see it back, but it looked better in the first video. But you could see kind of the shoulder striations coming out. Same with my chest. My back is leaning out nicely. I've learned that my back is where I hold all my fat. Like, I can still take like big handfuls of fat out of my back, which I'm not a fan of, but it's slowly going, which is, you know, something to be proud of. After the lateral, TRX back fly, did this for a couple sets of 15. Big fan of this exercise, as I've probably mentioned in previous videos, just for hitting the rear delt. Also, mid traps get brought into this, I find, and that's a spot that I was trying to bring up. So that's the reason why you've probably seen this exercise quite a bit. As you can see, my back, the little muscles in my back are starting to pop, the rhomboids and the little smaller muscles that get ignored, they're starting to pop out, which is good. Then went into cable back flies again for the rear delt, and couple sets there of 12. I think I had 40 on each side there. Yeah, 40. And that was that wrapped up the shoulder workout. Followed up the shoulder portion of the workout with a couple sets of alternating curls for biceps, and then a little bit of cable work for triceps. Wednesday, I forgot to mention that I did actually meet up with a buddy of mine for an arm workout, so that's what I did on Wednesday. I guess I should have got it on video, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. So that's the majority of my arm volume was on Wednesday instead of Thursday like usual. So Thursday I just did a couple sets of curls for arms and a couple sets of cable press down for triceps, just because the volume that I did on Wednesday was a lot more than usual. My biceps were really sore on Thursday, especially down in the little crook of my elbow where the brachialis is. It was very, very sore from doing hammer curls and stuff, so I didn't do too much as far as arm work on the Thursday, but I hit them good on Wednesday. Alright, last workout of the week. This was deadlifts. I was nervous because I knew what the high-end number was going to be, but excited at the same time. So first set was 325 for 5. So that was my first set. So I knew that it was going to be a heavy day, knowing that I couldn't start working till 325. After the 325 was 370 for 3, and then the last set that you're seeing here is 415 for a set of 12. And it was heavy, but it moved well. As you can see, once I get the bar moving, I can usually stand up and lock it out good. It's just getting that initial pull and getting it that first 2 inches or so off the ground. But once I get it moving, then I'm usually pretty good. This set, I was aiming for 10 because previously I knew I had done 390 for 12. I think that was last week, and then last month was 405 for 12. So I wanted 415 for 10. I wasn't gonna stop till I'd got that 10 reps, but I nailed 12, which was pretty awesome. After the deadlifts, followed up with pull-ups like always. I did a couple sets of 15, and then the last set was to failure, and I got 8. And that was a hard 8 for some reason. I think my lats were just exhausted from the chin-ups before, but that's alright. It was a good chin-up session for sure. So after the chin-ups, pull-ups, whatever you want to call them, we went into pull-downs. I did 110 in each hand for a couple sets of 10, and then on the last set I went 110 for 10 and a drop set for 10 reps. I dropped it down to 60 just to do a final little burnout on the lats. You can see the little details starting to poke out there in my lats. The little muscles starting to pop. The striations are coming through, and that's always a good sign. Means that I'm on the right track and should be looking pretty good on stage. Wrapped up the back with cable row and pull aparts. Cable row I added in I just wanted to throw it in there. I had a little bit more time than usual, so I added in cable row for a couple sets of 15 just to hit the mid back a little bit more, and then banded pull aparts per usual, couple sets of 15, getting that nice squeeze at the back and stretching forward at the front. Then after that, the back portion was done. Did a little bit of curls, so that was my 3rd day in a row curling, so my biceps were pretty fried. Did cable curl and incline curl, both for a couple sets of that 8 to 12 rep range. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, show your support, and stay tuned next week, because as I mentioned before, there's going to be a little bit of a change up in the training program. So stay tuned for that, and I'll let you guys know how it goes after the first week. So have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the gym next week.